Okay then, Jeff. So much improved setup and takeaway position from the last lesson. So liking the changes you've made now with that takeaway and the club working back more in front of you. Just a slight little tweak here with this sort of face-on setup now. Just for me, the hands in this position, just look a little bit nearer to your back leg. And the problem with this now is going to encourage you for a little bit more of a potential flip with the hands, which is going to have kind of two negative effects. One is going to add a lot of loft to the club face and also cause you to close that club face down. So you're going to tend to get those sort of high pull shots as we were discussing from this position, and for you to move to get the hands in front of the golf ball impact is going to be such a big move for you to make. It's not going to feel really controlled or very easy to do. So because of this movement here now, as you went back, quite a lot of rotation there in the backswing for such a short club. Head's moving a little bit more than we want, but generally speaking, the takeaway in the backswing were decent. As we came back into the golf ball now, this position here now, just if you look at the ball there, you can just about see sort of the slight blur of the golf ball now being struck, and we can see kind of where your hands there, a little blur there, where your hands now are in relation to your body. So very much on the back foot. And again, when you did manage to hit the golf ball straight, it was very, very high, and invariably you were bottoming out behind the golf ball. So when the lie was good, no problem. When the lie was flat and sort of sat in some bit of rough or fluffed up, no problem. When there was no pressure, no problem. The second we try to take it to the golf course, the lies get a little bit undulating around your place, or the lie wasn't so good in the rough, sat down maybe a little bit, or whatever it may be, the quality of shot wasn't going to be as nearly as good. So just in terms of that setup, just getting the handle a little bit further forward now, and the feeling now from the sort of top of the back, so we want to start moving our body. There's a race now between our hands, our hip, and the club head. If I put a line down here through your left foot, that's the finish line. We want the hips and hands to get through that line, and you see that movement there as we get to the top, the hips moving through that green line. The feeling now that the hands are going to get to that line before the club head. So there would be kind of just after impact, probably, I would say. Ball's kind of blurring there, as we can see, and your hands now are kind of on that line. So it's certainly improved from the left-hand image we can see, but it needs to have a bit of work on there with that motion. So if we can get yourself in a much more efficient impact, hands just slightly ahead of the golf ball impact, a nice kind of weight on that left side. And the thing is, from there now, because you've been hitting shots more so off your back foot, after impact now, what we see is your head movement from here having to now kind of move forward to get to the shot. So you're not able to sort of extend and rotate. So when you did start shifting forwards towards target and then you moved onto your left side, there were a couple of times you just tipped a little bit too far forward onto your left. So that's going to be a relearning, I suppose, of where your weight distribution is. Obviously, if you're hitting the golf ball off your back foot, we're going to tend to hook, bottom out early and pull draw them. As a result of that, your body movement is going to start moving to target after impact, which you don't really want to be doing. We want the body movement to be moving towards target before impact. So I hope that makes sense. Any questions, obviously, give me a shout. We'll catch up again soon. Cheers, Jeff.